Hey y'all, what's up? JamiThatsMe here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another review on Belle Collective. So let's talk about it. Y'all know Latrice and So Gucci are having the conversation about Latrice going with a completely different realtor, right? They talk and Latrice is like, you my girl. And I'm like, she your girl, but you didn't want to give your girl a heads up that you was gonna be closing with somebody else. Okay, let's keep going. All right. I felt like when they were having this conversation, Latrice was pretty much playing with Gucci. I do. She's talking to Gucci about why, like, when I came to your, yoga class, workout class, fitness, whatever, I felt like you were kind of like shading me. Right, I feel like you was kind of like throwing shade at me, and I don't understand what the shade is about. And it's like you should understand why she being at least a little bit shady, and primarily that is because you ain't even notify her you was closing. She had to find out on social media. So stop playing with people. Like, I don't know, Latrice. I hate for Marie to be right about you, but I'm just starting to see a little something different about you this season. But let's keep going. So Gucci tells her that she has a right to choose whoever it is she wants to choose when it comes to doing business. She says, but because basically she wasn't notified or anything, she said she fell back, and it definitely was a test for their friendship. She says that she'll continue to pretty much stay back, until she's over it. And what I appreciated in that conversation was Gucci wasn't being fake with her. Gucci was really just being honest. Like, this is just how I'm feeling. Like, I don't really like how you handle this situation. I ain't saying that we can't be cool, but I think it'll be best once I'm out of this funky phase that I'm in at this moment. So then Latrice says it's nothing about how she moves. She says that she's always loyal and it wasn't anything malicious. And for me, I'm just like, if it was you being loyal, then as a friend, I feel like you could at least gave her a call and gave her a heads up. Like, hey girl, thank you so much for helping me out. But I just want to let you know that I found another building that's listed with somebody else. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna close with them, whatever, because they could go ahead and do the paperwork and everything like today. So I'm gonna go ahead and close with them, whatever, whatever. Now, granted, Gucci was still gonna be mad or in her feelings, but you know that you at least gave her the proper heads up, like, hey girl, I'm finna go over here with mine. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. Gucci says, yeah, you never move like this, which is a bit of a shock to me because I never see you like that. Like, you typically are a loyal person. So what is really going on? Like, what's really tea? What else? So then Latrice says that she says in her confessional, let me go back. She says in her confessional that she don't really like Gucci's energy and thinks it's unnecessary. And I'm like, ain't nothing about that woman's energy unnecessary. She just being honest with you. She ain't being fake or nothing like that. Now, I don't know if that's how you're used to operating, but I just feel like Gucci was just keeping it a book and being honest about how she felt. Anywho, Latrice says if you're a friend, you get complete loyalty. And again, if that was your friend and she gets loyalty, why didn't you go ahead and notify her and let her know ahead of time? Okay, that's all you had to do. Now, once we leave that scene, we end up seeing Akeisha having a conversation with Josh. And of course, she tells him about the progress that's going on Ferry Street. And then Josh tells her about the situation he had with Latrice and Cliff and how once the cameras left at M Bar, Cliff pretty much cussed him the hell out. So now he don't feel comfortable being around Cliff and he done left the house. Of course, Cliff don't even want him at the house. Josh is on the fence about his job because Cliff even told him, like, you won't have a job either. I'll take care of that too. I believe everything that Josh said because Cliff does have that type of ego. He definitely does. But I do feel like Josh, you was wrong for sitting up there telling that girl business to Akeisha like that. I don't think that was right. Now I know that you need a little advice and stuff, but I don't think that was right for you to give all her business to Akeisha. And it also makes me question if you're doing that with Akeisha, who else you doing it with? I don't necessarily like that. He tells her, oh yeah, he tells her about the time that he was in the bedroom talking to Latrice and how Cliff was outside the door listening. And remember, I posed that question when he rolled up on her at the M Bar. I was like, was he outside listening to the conversation when they was in the room? Because where is this energy coming from that he's giving? Come to find out, that's exactly what was going on. He was standing outside listening to the conversation. So yeah. What else ended up happening? Josh tells her about the M Bar incident. Josh says Cliff got real disrespectful when the cameras were going. Latrice never had his back. That was something that he said. She never had his back. And that's a compromising situation. She's not going to have your back. She's definitely going to choose her husband over you. It is what it is. And Keisha tells him when it comes to the marriage and this woman's husband, you pretty much do need to stay out of her business and always have a backup plan, have an A, B, C, and D. And I don't think Keisha told him wrong at all. So there's that. Now Latrice and Letitia meet up because Latrice is having some event where she's going to have to do public speaking and she doesn't really feel comfortable with that. So they're going to be working on a speech. I feel like what Letitia should have had Latrice do was draft up something, even if it was a few sentences, probably about 5 sentences equals a paragraph. If she would have got her to draft up something for her to truly critique, I think that would have been a more beneficial sit down. But anywho, of course, they really came together so they could talk about their husbands, Glendale and Cliff, honey. Letitia says Glendale's, I believe she said his fear is that he won't. Okay, I guess her fear is that he won't allow her to leave or something like that or move on in peace. And then we learned that their husbands, well, not learn, we already knew their husbands are traditional men. Okay, they pretty much want the lady to be at the house while they do everything and rip and run and sneak and whatever else they ask, gonna sit up here and do. Okay, so there's that. They also speak on Tambra and how when it comes to Letitia, she just pretty much not feeling Tambra because Tambra is a liar. And I don't know, I kind of feel like Tambra be over there like mixing up the truth as well. So I'm kind of with them a little bit on that. Meanwhile, Marie is the one that decides to go meet up with Tambra. And Marie tells her like, girl, you like to dance around questions and stuff. You're not really transparent. Some people think that you're a liar. So what are your thoughts about that? How do you feel about people calling you that? She says that she doesn't pay attention to a lot of things. I'm like, number one, that's not answering the question. Then she followed up with saying that she's never heard any of her friends refer to her as a liar in all of her years. She's never heard anything like that. So that's just what she said. What else did she talk about? And I just feel like that wasn't an answer. Of course, they talk about Akeisha and about Akeisha not being in a group message. And Tambra was denying that she ever said this. I don't know which one is true, but I will say I feel like Tambra said something. I feel like she didn't say those exact words, but I do feel like she said something. Because Tambra told Marie, I told y'all to wait and meet her for yourselves, like get to know her for yourselves. So it sounds like you were kind of trying to slick manipulate, like don't add her to the group chat, get to meet her for yourselves before y'all add her in. To me, that does sound like they may not like her. Like y'all probably gonna see some stuff about her that y'all really not gonna like. So, I don't know if y'all really want to add her to the group. Like, I don't know. It is giving a bit sneaky there, Miss Tambra. I'm not even gonna lie. So some was a little off about that. What else? My main question is this though. If y'all keep talking about Tambra saying slick things in the group chat, then where the hell are the screenshots to what she said? Come on, production. If we gonna be talking about it, why y'all ain't just show the screenshot? I guess y'all gonna wait until the reunion to show the screenshot. But y'all do know y'all can show it throughout the season and then show it again at the reunion. Like, Anywho. So Marie started asking about her being engaged, and Tambra cleared that up. She said she's never been engaged, but she has been proposed to multiple times. Marie was really trying to get to a place of cross-referencing what she knows from one of Tambra's exes and what she knows from Tambra. And I just kind of was like, Marie, why are you all in her business like that? Like, I get you. I already think that she don't really be honest and stuff like that. But when it comes to like her relationships, like, why are you really in her business? Why are you trying to force this lady to talk? Like, why are you prying? It's making me think about Marlo from Real Housewives of Atlanta. Like, you prying a little too much. What you got going on? Is you prying into her information and what she got going on, and you dipping into Letitia business and stuff so that we ain't got to be worried about what's going on with your business? What's up with your son and his multiple kids and his education and stuff? And how's the grandbaby doing that lost his mom? What's up with that? Has your divorce been finalized? Where's Essie at? Is she still around? Like, girl, you ain't got nothing else going on. So anywho, Latrice and Akeisha, they meet up. They bring their kids. Latrice bring her grandkids or whatever. And of course, Akeisha started to ask her about wanting to be a mom. But from the way the conversation was going, it sounds like Akeisha was trying to tell her there's never going to be a right time for you to be ready to be a parent. You just got to pretty much jump out there, right? Same thing with marriage and whatever the case is. But I was just kind of like, I don't really like that she's constantly being asked, or this conversation is constantly being brought up about her and children in a sense. Because I feel like she get badgered enough by her husband who wants her to have kids. Like, why, when I talk to my friends, this the shit y'all got to be talking about too. Like, girl, guess what? Are we there yet? No, we're not there yet. Okay. That's not something that I'm ready to do at this time. So can y'all just like, like give a sis a break just a little bit? Like, girl, and I don't know. I don't know when and if I'm going to ever be ready. But if I do, girl, you'll be the first person to find out. You'll get your invitation. Like, girl, scoot back up off me just a little bit, please. Yeah, so let's see what else ended up happening. So Akeisha then asked her all of these questions about her relationship. And then, of course, Latrice is starting to answer. And then she had to like step back, like, wait a minute, BIT. Girl, no, like, wait a minute. Like, I just feel like you all in my business. Like, where did this come from? And so that's when Akeisha had to let her know, like, well, girl, I talked to Josh, honey. You know what? Josh told me that there was some things going on between you, him, and Cliff not liking him and this and that. And then this is when Treese was like, well, see, first of all, okay, I need to be cussing the dog out of Josh, because as my friend, if you got my back and you love and trust me, then why the hell is you sharing my business with other folks? And I feel like Latrice had every right to really feel that way. Like, don't be out here telling my business. I won't do you like that. Don't do me like that. Like, and then you already somewhat on the out. So do you want to be further out? Like, that's not cool. So I'm with that. Like, if you was going to discuss something, I would have expected you to discuss that with Mandy, since y'all all hang out and y'all can have something to talk about, because she was there to witness a lot of the activity that happened. But you decided you was going to talk to Akeisha. Yikes, honey. Okay. Now, Latrice did end up inviting Akeisha to a wig party before it was all said and done. And I was a bit disappointed because I hated the wig that she had on. And it's like, girl, it's giving every bit of bad wig day. It's giving every bit of last minute filming. I ain't know we was filming or whatever today, so I just decided to go ahead and just throw this on and do this and do that so we can go ahead and get started. Like, Latrice, that's the worst I have ever seen your wig, okay? The worst, girl. Not the lace being behind and you tried to have your edges out. Like, I was like, oh, it's just horrible. I'm not even going to hold you. But it's okay, girl. It's a one-off. You don't always look like that. You typically look well put together and great. So, whatever. Now we get to Greedy and Tambra. They ain't talking about that. She about to do a podcast. He's wondering, is he going to be able to see her more, or if he's not going to see her more. You not. Get ready, because she's about to get this cat cave or whatever she's calling it. And she says that it's going to be a place for her to live. Hello? And for her to just, it'll be her space. So what is given is that she is taking back control and moving out of the house with Greedy. And she's being strategic about how she goes about it. And I don't blame her not one bit, because you're not trying to offer her nothing. And for me, the situation is really different between her and Greedy, because y'all dated in high school and beyond. So y'all have dated for a long time. At this point, you should know whether or not you actually want to marry Tambra for the long haul, instead of wasting this woman's time and dragging her feet. Now, I could see if this was like a new relationship or something, but y'all have a ton of history. You know her family. You're ingrained. Like, what is the hold up on you getting a ring and y'all getting engaged and moving forward to the next level when you know that's something that you wanted? I don't like that, so I can't even be mad at Tambra for how she moving, where she's trying to go ahead and slowly moonwalk herself out the situation. It is what it is. So Gucci, she's showing a house to Tisha, because Tisha's trying to move on. Letitia's trying to go ahead and find her house for her and her son. So what's going to happen is Marie says that she's going to put the house in her name. So that way Glenn doesn't have any rights to nothing that she owns. So she's going to rent the house out to Letitia. Well, when they were there chit-chatting and talking, of course, they bring up Gucci and how Latrice brought up Gucci and stuff like that, and how they had that full conversation about what Treese had to say or whatever, adding fuel to the fire. But anywho, in the midst of that, Glenn pops up, and then they had this big old huge dramatic reaction to Glenn popping up. Granted, it would have caught you off guard. I mean, it is her husband, but it's like, for me, I don't know. I feel like y'all really acting like he that dangerous. I don't think so. And primarily the reason why is because I feel like they're acting. Like when he popped up and just unlocked the door and walked in, It's giving Tyler Perry play. Like that whole scene. I do not believe anything of it. Just the way he was talking, like this is what you do. That's like the way he kind of was saying stuff sounded like he was trying to think of the next line to say type thing. Like it was very weird. Like this, an apartment, yourself, like by yourself. This Letitia, this was like what I'm put like. It just didn't sound genuine. It didn't sound real. It sounded like acting. Marie is fully understandable of what Letitia and Glenn are trying to do, so she's in on the fakeness of it all. He goes outside, they talk, and she's like, just stop. Like, just can you just stop? And it's like, yeah, she's saying just stop because she don't know what else to say, how else to respond because she's acting. It was just a mess. I was like, girl, this shit's so fake. It is definitely giving I can't even say Tyler Perry play because I feel like Tyler Perry plays are better than that. So whoever is below Tyler Perry, that's what it was giving. Okay, it was giving high school play. Cause I was like, girl, what the fuck is it? Like, this is so fake. This is just and she's acting like she's scared to leave him and shit. And it's like, girl, as soon as the season gonna be over, she gonna be posting more photos of them together like she always do. Like, girl, nobody got time for Letitia and Glenn and they bullshit. It's giving fake for me, but that's all that I got. I just wanted to come to y'all real quick with a cute little review on Belle Collective, honey. I know it's late, but hopefully you enjoy it all the same. All right, I'm Jamie, that's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at JamiThatsMe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.